During primary school, I was just an average girl, and no one really noticed me. Every day, I would come home and spend all my time scrolling through Facebook when I saw a post from the most popular girl in school. Everyone wanted to be her, and I was envious of how pretty she was, not to mention how many likes she had on her post. It wasn't until I entered high school that everything changed. People started noticing me, and for the first time, I was the popular one. Everyone wanted to be my friend, and when I posted a selfie on Facebook, I got over 1,000 likes. After that, I felt so happy. I was finally confident in who I was, and in just under a few days, I had gotten over 5,000 friend requests on Facebook. As a kid, I never felt confident and never took care of myself because I thought no one cared. But now with everyone noticing me, I felt beautiful. But one day, when I woke up, I saw a huge pimple on my cheek. I didn't know what to do, so I tried popping it, but it only made the pimple worse. I was so self-conscious and didn't want anyone to see my face, so I pretended to be sick and wore a face mask. I tried to leave the pimple alone, hoping it would go away on its own, but it didn't disappear. Instead, it only got worse, and other pimples started to show up all over my face. From my cheeks to my nose and mouth, my face became so red and itchy, I didn't know what to do. Feeling so embarrassed and sad, I started to hide my face and not leave the house at all. I didn't want anyone to see my face. I couldn't handle it anymore, and I didn't want to keep wearing a mask, so I went into my mom's room looking for anything to help. I found her makeup and took out my mom's foundation. I used it every day to cover up my acne, and for a while, it worked. Until my mom's foundation ran out. I asked my friend to come with me to buy a new one. And we ended up having so much fun at the mall that I totally forgot about my face until I saw the photos we had taken. My friends saw how bummed I was and suggested I use a beauty app to cover up my blemishes. At first, I was so excited to post the edited pictures, but then some of my classmates started commenting, asking me where my pimples had gone. I felt so embarrassed that I ended up lying and said they had disappeared. But when I went to school on Monday, everyone saw my face and started laughing at me, saying that I was a fake and a liar. I felt so sad and just wanted to go home. After that, I wore a mask every day to school, but whenever I walked through my classroom, I could hear people laughing and pointing at me. Sometimes they would even yell at me saying, "Hey look, it's the liar with the nasty face." I didn't speak to anyone for the rest of the day, and all I could focus on was holding in my tears. When school finished, a girl came up to me and in front of everyone said, "Ew, look at all those pimples on your face. Don't you ever wash?" I couldn't hold it in anymore and started crying. I had never felt so ugly. The bullying only got to a point where my classmates would say that if they touched me, they would get my ugliness too. They acted like I had a contagious disease. During this time, I started to feel suicidal and I never wanted to leave my house or participate in class. It got so bad that one day, I really didn't want to go to school, so I tried to be as slow as I could in getting ready. My mom got upset with me and said that I had to hurry up and go to school. I tried to plead with her, saying that it was late already and if I could just stay home instead. But my mom didn't understand why I was acting like this, and we ended up having a huge fight. I ran into my room and slammed the door. My mom called my auntie to try and talk to me, but I wouldn't answer. I just wanted to be alone. After a while, they left me and I sat on the floor for hours just wishing it could be over. My mom came and put food in front of my door, but I didn't eat anything. All I could do was cry myself to sleep, and when I woke up, I laid on my bed, paralyzed by the thought of facing my classmates. I didn't want to see anyone. However, in the end, I had to force myself to go back to school. It was the hardest time of my life because all of my friends had turned their backs on me and would make fun of me like everyone else. But as time went on, I started to slowly feel better, focusing on doing well in school, and I no longer cared about how many likes I got on Facebook or what everyone else was saying about me. My dad ended up taking me to a dermatologist, and they gave me a cream that helped with my acne. It made me realize that for so long, all I cared about was what everyone else thought about me, but never how I felt. This experience has only made me stronger and has taught me that I am more than just my looks, and funnily enough, all of my old friends started asking me for help with their photos. I'm finally happy with myself, and more importantly, I am now known as the beauty guru at my school.